I think the leading run scorer at this year's Cricket World Cup will be England's captain, Jos Buttler. He's an unbelievable white ball cricketer and is coming into the best years as a batter in particular. And I think at the big stages, he performs as well as anybody at the World Cup. So batting in that middle order should really suit him. I think the team that could surprise everybody at this year's Cricket World Cup will be Pakistan. Outstanding talents, normally better competition players in the team than bilateral series. So at World Cups, they really do perform better than their average. I think the leading wicket taker at this year's Cricket World Cup will be England's Adil Rashid. The mystery spin has bamboozled sides over the years and makes him very, very deceptive and difficult to pick his variations. So I think he will cause a lot of problems for opposition batters. I think the giant killers at this year's Cricket World Cup will be Afghanistan. Very, very dangerous team that can string a complete performance in at any stage. It might take 2 years, it might take 5 years, it might happen at the World Cup. And if they perform, they will turn somebody over. My player to watch at this year's Cricket World Cup is England's Ben Stokes. Ben creates a role for himself in any team. Coming out of retirement, back into the England ODI team, really has a point to prove, and he is there to win the World Cup. My team to watch at this year's Cricket World Cup is New Zealand. They have made the quarterfinals of 4 of the last World Cups, semi in one of them, final in the other. So they're always ultra competitive. They have a game plan, they're very disciplined, and they stick to that game plan. I think the player of the tournament at this year's Cricket World Cup will be India's Rohit Sharma. At the top of the order, he's very, very destructive, and in India his record is impeccable. So I envisage him scoring a lot of runs with the bat. I think the winner of this year's Cricket World Cup will be England. Defending champions have been at the top of their game for the last 6-7 years. They won't go into the tournament as favourites, which I think is a good thing. It takes a little bit of pressure away when it comes to expectation, but they have every base covered, pace, spin, and they score a lot of runs very, very quickly. So that's why I think they'll win.